skate today?
Yeah, I'm going to skate on my own, but obviously it was the wrong day to come back. But get out there and get a good workout in.
What do you feel you missed just the 3 days not being around?
Well, just what we're doing. I mean, I don't know exactly what everything was done. It's just, it was just bad timing. Unfortunate that put a good weekend last week and got a good base, and but it's still only a few days here to get back on track. But the video and all that stuff, that's easily I can do that today after and get caught up on all that. You just miss being out there and doing some game situation stuff and working with my line mates. That's the biggest thing. But like I said, in the big scheme of things, 3 days is probably not gonna. When you look back on it, it's not gonna make a big difference.
Are things in general just much easier this year, not having to deal with the adjustments of new city, new faces, all that stuff?
Yep, would have been until missed the first 3 days. Another wrinkle, but it's easier. And if this would have happened last year, obviously it would have probably been a lot harder. But most of the guys know the coaches, know the system, so it wasn't. It was just trying to get rest and get ready to put in a good rest of the week. But yeah, everything's a lot easier this year, and everything's on track. So way better.
What have you liked about Hags? The stuff you saw last year, and the informal time you've spent skating.
I think he's already better. Just what I've seen in the fall and what we did last week. Obviously his speed, we know that, but he's starting to calm down with the puck and make plays. And I don't blame him for coming up. Never playing in the NHL and coming to college and coming up into this environment. Obviously he got a lot of new things thrown at him and playing on a top line in his first playoff ever. So you couple all that, and you don't blame him that some days he was probably a little straight ahead and wasn't as creative as he probably would have been in college because he wanted to stick and he wanted to do the right things, and he learned a lot. And I think already you see him trying things and making more heady plays and looking for me and Rick and doing things like that he knows that with his speed, if he plays a give and go type of game, no one's going to be able to slow him down if he doesn't have the puck and gets into holes because he's just so fast. So I think that's a big step for him, and I'm excited to play with him because I think he's already better than he was last year, and with that speed, it's just so dangerous.
Along those same lines, Brad, with Chris getting a little taste at the end of last year, but how much did the work stoppage, you think, hurt a kid who's so young and needs all that experience of a long training camp getting ready for a season?
Yeah, probably not. For the younger guys, for the older guys, the training camps kind of come and go and get a little monotonous. But for a younger guy, maybe that's something that is good for them, learning different things through training camp and the grind of it. But he also got that in the AHL and got a different type of field in college in the AHL with more games. And I think he can only build on what he did last year. He always has that in the bank, and he can look back and he come up and knows he can play at this level, at the highest level. Because the playoff hockey's another step. So whatever happened this year, I think it's good. He can fall back on that experience, and he seems very hungry and not taking anything for granted, and that's good to see.
Brad, how do you temper the expectations, the high expectations off of last season, with being a little bit patient in the early going to see kind of how this new group forms?
Well, we're ready to go 100% at it. I don't know if we're going to be patient to see how things form. I think the expectation part is great. It's going to put more pressure on us. I think we have to also realize that everybody knows who we are and knows the expectations. So we're going to get a lot of good efforts. Not surprise anybody. So I think you're going to have to play better than we did last year to even have a chance to do to have that record. So I think that's the biggest thing. You guys will put expectations. You know how it is here. We're going to take it pretty much a day at a time and just keep trying to build and get better. But I think it's a good pressure for us to realize that we have some things to accomplish, and we're not just out here trying to make a playoff or stay in the middle of the pack. We do want to push ourselves to be up top again.